All right, we are recording. Hey guys,
Hey, how you doing, Danny?
Coach.
I'm doing good.
Uh, I guess the first thing is, what do you take take out of this to build towards next year and 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 hopefully sustain a better start?
For sure. No, I mean, what I appreciate of our football team, and I'm proud this is the 124th football team to compete with the New Mexico, and I think they fight their tails off. They play hard, even till the very end of this deal. Obviously, we didn't make any plays on the 50-50 balls, but when you have 130 yards and score 0 points, you're never going to win a game. And we didn't do anything offensively good enough to give us a chance. So that's why change was made during the season, and changes are coming. We'll hire an offensive coordinator hopefully mid to late December. I've talked to people that are very interested that are still playing, and will be playing over the next few weeks. So once that direction has been established, we'll get moving on during the break right there. The biggest thing right now is as the portal opens. So the way this thing works now, this is all new. It's a dead period in recruiting starting on Sunday up until Thursday. So that gives every team in America an opportunity to meet with their kids. And then the transfer portal opens on December 5th. So all those kids that, if you're going to have kids go to the portal, we might get some surprises. We might, there's going to be some that we tell that they need to move forward. That'll all happen around December 5th. And then you address your recruiting needs between that and December 21st. They move back signing in December, the early signing day, 1 week. So it's December 21st. So we'll start recruiting this next Thursday all the way up until December 21st. Sometime within that window, we'll hire an offensive coordinator. And then we've got the first Wednesday of February, which will be the second signing period. And then the offseason will be into the offseason already at that point to go forward to build on next year. I mean, the positives, obviously we didn't make those 2 plays on 50-50 balls, but if we can score some points and keep the defense off the field, we can obviously be competitive instantly, where we're having opportunities to win games and not ending up like we are right now.
And with that said, Coach, what do you feel like your most dire needs are?
The recruiting?
Yes.
Obviously, we need to find some more receivers that can get open, can beat coverage, and give them front. We need a couple of D linemen. I thought the guys up front played their tails off today, and we did some good things on defense. But obviously, that'll be a big focus. And then we'll have to figure out with this whole new transfer portal window and the opening up what we lose and what we'll need to replace there. I have a roster now. My positive belief in this is we've got a bunch of guys in that locker room that are really committed to what we're doing. And the senior class, I thought, played their tails off, and they've set a foundation that they'll be proud of later on in life that is hard right now, obviously. But I think there's a bunch of guys in there that believe in what we're doing. And that's why they fight so hard. That's why they fight to the very end. If they didn't fight to the very end, then you got other problems.
Danny, did CSU blitz more than you expected, or was it what you expected but just weren't able to handle it?
Well, it was what we expected. Of the 5 sacks, I thought 3 of them we actually protected it okay. The quarterback needs to step up in the pocket, and you can't blame that all on CJ because it's a second start, a little bit of panic. I mean, we've been beaten so bad in protection over the course of the season, but I thought there was on 3 of those opportunities, if he steps up into the pocket, he might take a hit, but some of those guys are coming open and he can deliver the ball. 2 of them, they overloaded the side so fast and got to him so fast that, I mean, it didn't matter. He's the one he ran to the sideline, took the sack on the sideline. Another one he was able to get away. But I thought, I mean, that comes along with experience and practice and being better, obviously, at throwing the football.
After CSU got basically nothing in the first quarter offensively, they made some adjustments. You've talked before about your offense not being able to do that. Is that is that what you need to address?
Well, obviously, we need to schematically, offensively, we need to make. There's going to be significant changes because we've been so bad. In the second quarter, I mean, they beat us they beat us in coverage on the quarterback rolled out. It wasn't that they did something different. The quarterback got out of contain. And on the scramble, the receiver ran away from the DB and they made a long play. And then they beat us on a 50-50 ball in the end zone. They beat us on two 50-50 balls in the end zone. Obviously you have to win one of those to keep us in the game. And if we can make one of those plays, it's 10-0 instead of 17-0. But they didn't make any significant changes. They beat us personnel. I mean, they made plays and we didn't. But yes, to answer your question about offensively, I mean, we're a joke offensively when you have 130 yards and 0 points. I mean, you're not going to have a chance to win any games.
Coach, do you foresee any changes on defense at all? Will Coach Long be back next year?
Yeah, I mean, I don't. We'll have the defensive staff back. There'll be changes on the other side.
Awesome.
Anything else?
Coach, could you just talk about the frustration you must feel, man? Because it's you keep thinking that, you know, like even us watching as fans, you keep thinking something's going to click with the offense. They're going to click, and then it just doesn't happen. It has to be like totally frustrating.
It's really frustrating. I mean, because I thought we had some positive momentum early in the season. Obviously, I mean, we scored 17 points early against UNLV, didn't hang on to that one. Scored 14 against the Wyoming, broke out early, didn't hang on to that one. So, I mean, obviously there's enough talent there to be more competitive and better than we are. So we're not coaching them good enough. It's really frustrating. Now, and people get frustrated with hearing me say this. I mean, we're a competitive football team, but you see the score 17-0. Okay. You're not going to score points. The guys fight their tails off if we can fixing the offense. Now, fixing the offensive coordinator's position and changing the offensive side of the ball does not mean the reset of this program goes back to zero. That's not the case at all. I thought after year 3, I mean, we'd be a competitive football team going to year 4. We'd have a chance to win multiple games and have a chance to fight for a bowl game and be in the upper echelon of the Mountain Division of our conference. Hiring an offensive coordinator gives us the opportunity to do that. That does not change the timeline of where I thought we are. So this isn't, well, I'm hiring a new coordinator, I need more time. That's not what this is about. It's about going out and finding some players, finding an offensive coordinator that scores some points, continuing to get better on defense, and then winning and competing for the upper echelon of the Mountain Division. So it's very frustrating, yes. And I appreciate the Lobo fans that are frustrated because it means they care.
Coach, on the offensive side of the coordinator, what are you had mentioned Coastal Carolina. What are you thinking of it offensive wise? You have Bob Davie with the triple option. You got the spread. I mean, what are your thoughts on the offensive coordinator coming in?
No, it's going to be an offensive. It's going to be a guy that has a system and's called plays before, and adapting to what our kids have. I mean, if you look for an example of Jeff Horton, he was able to adjust for San Diego State midway through the season with what they had, running a little bit different offense than what he'd done the previous time, but did a phenomenal job because he has a system and was able to establish those kids into a system. It's going to be a guy. It's not going to be a guy that's calling plays for the first time. It's going to be a guy that has an established system that we can implement and have success right away. And I've talked to multiple people that have significant interest, some that have been head coaches before, offensive coordinators that are very interested because they see the direction of our program.
Danny, Cody Moon went over 100 tackles on the season today. Bryce Santana, Tyler Keene, I don't know how they did. They played. I know Bryce made a play. You and Rocky had a lot of success recruiting New Mexico kids. How important is that going forward?
Really significant. Cody Moon's a stud, and he's a Volcano Vista kid. That he's the exact New Mexico kid that I talk about all the time, that we didn't necessarily recruit or offer a scholarship out of high school, because we did not offer Cody Moon a scholarship out of high school. He came in as a 180-pound defensive lineman. We saw he had potential and athletic ability to be something, so we put him at linebacker. He put on 20 pounds, needs to put on 20 more, but he puts on 20 more pounds. He's the best linebacker in this league. Statistically, what he does for his size is unbelievable. And he plays the game the right way. There's loyalties because he is a New Mexico kid. And that's, I mean, we're going to find multiple kids like that from our state. We have some committed in recruiting. We have others on our team. and they'll continue that. But I think Cody Moon is an absolute stud, and getting over 100 tackles for that young man today. I mean, that's awesome. Anything else?
Thanks so much, Coach.
No,
Thank you,
I
Coach.
appreciate you guys. I appreciate the coverage that you give our football program. I appreciate everything you do. I know people are frustrated. I promise you, I'm as more frustrated than anybody out there. But I appreciate the frustration because it means you care. Even the people that are calling for me to not be the head football coach anymore, it means they care. And that means more to me than anything in the world. So I appreciate all the hard work you guys do for coverage. Enjoy the holiday season and Christmas season that's coming up. We'll fix this thing, and we're not that far away. I mean, 2-10 doesn't sound that way, but just trust me. Have
Yeah,
faith.
we can see
Thanks,
it.
guys.
We can
Go
see
home.
it, Coach. We can see it. We
Yeah.
can see you're not that far away, man. Thanks
That's
for
it.
what you do, man. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Coach. Safe travels.
All right, let me stop the